have a guest in the studio, and I am super excited about it. If anybody knows me, especially my listeners, y'all know that I'm a huge wrestling fan. So tonight, Monday Night Raw is going to be in the city for the first time in 4 years. I am excited. Y'all know I'm going to be there front, direct, and center with every last sign I can make. I'm running out of ink, okay? But guess who's here with me right now? Mr. Money in the Bank himself, Austin Theory.
How's it going? I'm
excited
to be
It is going good.
Here.
I'm so glad I know I can't really see you because of this computer screen, but I am so glad that you are here as well. So let's talk about a couple of things, all things WWE, of course. Tell everybody how important NXT is into your training, your matches in NXT going into the main event. Tell everybody how important that is, because I think if you don't really know wrestling, like I don't know everything, but I know a lot. I don't think people realize and understand how important that is.
Yeah, so NXT pretty much, right now it has a lot of, young up-and-coming talent.
Right.
But that's pretty much what it is. A development to watch these young stars grow, pretty much to move them up to a Monday Night Raw or a Friday Night SmackDown, and in hopes to maybe become one of the youngest achievements. But those achievements are mine.
Now, I was about to say, when it comes down to young professionals changing the game in WWE, that definitely goes to you. You're probably one of the youngest superstars I think we've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wouldn't you say?
Old.
Right? You were 25?
Yeah.
Man, you don't look 25.
Is that good or bad?
No, in a good way. Like, honestly, I was going to say like 22, 23. Okay. But, we can do 25.
Yeah,
we can do 25.
Started growing the beard a little bit, looking a little older
Beard
now.
gang. you know the women love the beards now, Austin.
I'm with it.
Yeah. Now, speaking of WWE, we know as far as in the executive roles, things have changed. And, for me, I remember when Triple H was a wrestler. Triple H was intense, and I think that we're now seeing some of that same intensity transfer into WWE from the top down to the bottom. Would you agree? What would you say about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, with Triple H being in charge now, you get something fresh and something newer.
Right.
And I'm excited for the future. I mean, you just said it. It's a lot of excitement and a lot of things going on.
He's not afraid to go against the grain. Not saying that Vince McMahon was. And by the way, we know that you're somewhat of Vince McMahon's protege. But, I think that what he's bringing is a great thing to WWE. Great thing.
Absolutely.
Great thing. So are you excited? Well, we know you're excited about Raw tonight. I know you can't give me some of the teasers. I know you can't. We're not going to ask you, are you cashing in tonight? But we're going to ask you, are you cashing in tonight? Are you thinking about it?
Well, there's a lot of things that go into that. The tribal chief Roman Reigns has to be there. But who's to say he won't?
I love me some Roman.
You do?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to love me some Roman Reigns when he's flat on his back and I pin him and become the new undisputed WWE Universal Champion.
When I say that belt better be yours, and if it is tonight, like, as soon as you're done, you better call me. Like, FaceTime me on the spot.
We'll be right back here on Power 98.
Facts. Okay, guys, we'll run the keyword back for you one last time. We're going to come back with more with Austin Theory. Again, your keyword is loud, L-O-U-D. You want to text that keyword to 45911. You can enter it on the app or online at power98fm.com. Just get it done by 10:15. We'll be back with more Mr. Money in the Bank himself, Austin Theory, right here on The Plug.
Charlotte's plug for new hip-hop and R&B. Power 98.
Austin Theory is still in the studio with us right now, and we were talking about fans. Now, I am a huge fan of WWE. I don't want to say that I'm an extreme fan, because I think those extreme fans, they take it a little far. Have you had any crazy fan experiences so far during your time with WWE?
Yeah, I think the crazy fan experiences are when they're like in the lobby at the hotel.
Seriously? How do they find you?
I see. That's where it's crazy to me. I don't know. I'm like, what? Like, what's going on here?
I'm assuming that it's the women that are the craziest.
You know what?
Maybe?
It's one of those things where I mean, it's, you know, there's a lot of fans that we have, but you know, usually it's grown men that are in the lobby.
I am not surprised because, you know, like I told you, I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid, and I have seen some crazy signs, I've seen some crazy fans, but most of the time they are definitely grown men. Yeah. They literally will knock kids over to get to a WWE superstar.
There's some of those, you know. Some of those.
Well, what has been the most joyous time of your WWE career so far?
You know, there's a lot of moments that I could look back on and say like was very joyful, but honestly, it's every time I get to walk out on that stage. Just because it's a different audience every time. It's a different place. It's a different reaction. I'm in a different place in my career every time I walk out. But I would say I just live in the moment, and I take in all those moments. Becoming United States champion. That was a joy. Climbing the ladder to become the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank was a joy.
Oh, how? So let's pause real quick, because I am sure the arena is so electrifying being in that moment, right? But when you climbed on that ladder and you grabbed that briefcase to not only become Mr. Money in the Bank, but to make history and be the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank, what was going through your mind at that moment?
It's so crazy. I remember I was laying on the floor. Somebody hit me with something, and I was laying there.
It could have been anything.
I seen Matt Riddle hit an RKO on Seth Rollins off the ladder.
Really?
And I was like, is this the moment? And then I seen Matt Riddle starting to climb up, and I was like, oh, this dude's...
He's not going to make it.
Throw him off.
Right?
I was like, this is it. This is the moment. And I could hear everybody screaming for him to climb, and as soon as I slid in, all those boos started coming. Every time I climbed to step on that ladder, it just got louder and louder. Yeah. Shoved him off, grabbed it.
Yeah.
It was great. Cemented my legacy.
Definitely a legacy. And, you know, you're making history. Being a very, you know, a young WWE superstar, and that's not a bad thing. It's just something that we don't see often. What was, as far as your journey to getting to where you are now, what was the most difficult thing you had to overcome to get to where you are now?
I mean, I think there's a lot of things, because it's a lot of work to get there. It's a lot of shows to do to try to get noticed. It's a lot of miles to drive and a lot of money that you don't have. Just trying to pursue that dream. But you know, it's like one of those things where another thing, not only just that, but, you know, the doubt from other people and hearing and reality. You know, reality, you don't see somebody every day that's on television doing something they love. So for me, it was like, man, like this thing, it's just not impossible to me. Like,
it's not impossible.
I've seen it my whole life. And there's another thing I used to say to myself too, and I still stay true to it, but it's like, you know, John Cena can win the WWE championship over 10 times and I can't win it one time. Like, why not?
This is true. Why not?
Yeah, and that's just like, you know, just being confident enough to tell people what your dream is and not being afraid of that. Because I noticed, you know, I was a little shy to say what it was, but then around like middle school, high school, I was like, man, I just got to own it. Because this is what I want to do, and I feel like if you're afraid to tell people your dreams, they're not going to happen. Right,
and if your dreams aren't big enough to scare you, then they simply aren't big enough.
Yep.
They simply aren't big enough. And, you know, I was actually watching, I think it was on A&E that I was watching. And it was a lot of the autobiographies of various wrestlers. And, you know, I'm a fan, right? So I was actually watching Booker T's. And, you know, he was probably a wrestler that had some of the biggest, he faced so much adversity. Like, it was so many times that if I were him, I would be like, yo, I am not supposed to be here. Yeah. Like, this is not supposed to be for me. Right. But when you want something and you own it and you say in your head, like you said, this isn't impossible. No. This is something that I can achieve. Then you do it. Yep. And then you become the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank. You become Mr. Money in the Bank. You become a young WWE superstar. Because think about this, right? You said you were 25, right? Think about 10 years from now, where you be.
Right.
What do you feel like in the next, not even 10, in the next 5 years, where do you see, what things do you see yourself accomplishing?
Well, I definitely know. I mean, I don't know how many times I'll have already held it, but I know I'll definitely be the undisputed WWE Universal Champion.
There you go.
And that's whether there's a successful cash in or not.
Exactly.
So I hope Roman Reigns hears that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sure he will.
Yeah,
I'm sure he will hear it.
I would say definitely a lot of achievements within the WWE, some big matches, possibly some dream matches of mine. And obviously, you know, the world of Hollywood is very interesting to me, and that's something that I'm interested in. So
because I could see that transition point, because you know we've seen a lot of wrestlers transition from, you know, wrestling into movies, into producing films, you know, everything that you can think of, and you're no different. You can be the same person, even better.
Thank you for that.
Even better, for real. So, guys, Austin Theory is in the studio. We'll take calls for the next 5 minutes or so. WWE Raw is here tonight. Again, this is the first time Raw has been in the Queen City for 4 years. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. When y'all see me at Raw tonight acting a fool with my sign, y'all better not say nothing. Don't film me. Don't tag me. I don't want to hear a doggone thing. Do you hear me? I just want to make sure y'all know. Y'all need to do one thing. In the words of Lakia, mind your business. Your whole damn business. Charlotte's plug. Let's get to it.
Charlotte's plug for new hip-hop and R&B. Power 98.
I was telling you where Triple H is going. Listen. WWE is about to be on some whole other stuff. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You are.
I don't mind leading the ship, you know?
See? Somebody need to call Triple H right now and tell him what Austin just said, that he don't mind leading the ship. And listen, I don't mind commentating on the ship either. Okay. You know, just because I think we make a great team, Austin.
All right.
A great team.
All right.
You excited about tonight?
I'm excited about our team and tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
You cashing in tonight? See, I tried to trick you. I thought
we were a team. Why are you trying to trick me?
You're right. We're a team. And you know what? I would never, ever tell on my teammate. Ever.
Are you sure?
Ever. No, I would never snitch you. I would never dime you out.
On Power 98, you have a good time. I want to tell everybody.
We won't, but I will be there tonight to see exactly what happens. I did read something about you might have a dark match on SmackDown on Friday. No? Yes?
I'm pretty sure I will.
Ooh. This is getting real good now.
I do this all day.
All day?
Every show, all day.
All day. And if you guys are WWE fans, you know exactly what a dark match is. And you got to be there at the live event to see a dark match. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say. Drop your socials for us, Austin.
Yeah, so on Instagram, I believe I'm Austin Theory 1. Or it could be Austin_Theory.
Either way,
on Instagram.
We'll find you.
I think the Twitter is Theory 1.
Theory 1. Yep. Okay, cool,
but you can check me out on there, you know. Like I said, the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank, Austin Theory.
There it is, guys, in studio. Make sure you hit him on Twitter, hit him on Instagram. Tell him how much you love him. Pull up to WWE tonight. Chris Brown, WizKid, call me every day. Y'all can call me every other day, not every day.